Hi guys, my name is Anirudh. Hope you like the video so far. Please do subscribe to our channel. So today we are going to talk about a very interesting book, The Story of Starbucks. So Onward, written by Howard Schultz, the founder and CEO of Starbucks, is an amalgamation of art, business and pure magic. This one takes you through a journey of an entrepreneur who scales up his own business, hands it over to a professional management, and then, as fate would have it, he would have to return back as CEO because his vision, his idea of Starbucks was somewhere diluting, and he had to come back to turn business around. This one stays true to that one cup of coffee, that one cup that you really like, and getting hands dirty to set business straight. Here it goes. So Howard's vision of Starbucks came from Italy. The way he puts it is, this was so much more than a coffee break. It was theater. In every bar, I felt the hum of community and a sense that over a demitas of espresso, that small shot of espresso, that cup, life somewhere slowed down. So let's understand his take on business. He says, that is what merchants do. We do something ordinary and then infuse it with emotion and meaning, and then we tell its story over and over again, often without saying a word. A well-built brand is a culmination of intangibles that do not directly flow to the revenue or profitability, but they contribute to the texture of an organization. Forsaking them can take a subtle collective toll on an organization. He also says no business can do well for its shareholders without first doing well for the people that business touches. For them, it meant treating everyone with respect and dignity, right from the farmers to baristas to customers and the neighbors in which the community that Starbucks served. He says, striving to achieve profitability without sacrificing humanity sounds lofty. But I've always refused to abandon that purpose, even when Starbucks and I lost our way. So, what exactly went wrong with Starbucks? He says we thought in terms of millions of cups and thousands of stores instead of one customer, one partner, and one cup of coffee at a time. We forgot that ones add up. To get back on track, their new mission was to inspire and nurture human spirit, one person, one cup, and one neighborhood at a time. Now, if there is one thing that we can learn about getting it right, here it is. When Starbucks lost its core of making that perfect espresso shot as per Howard, he chose to close all 7,100 stores in the United States all at once for training. He wanted to retrain the baristas in making that perfect espresso shot. That was a bold move because of the impact of losses in terms of the customer, the business that would have been there, in terms of accepting that we are inferior right now, and it also gave competition a good opportunity to lure the core Starbucks customers, but he still chose to close all those stores and retrain the baristas. So according to him, pouring that espresso is an art, one that requires the barista to care about the quality of the beverage and not just go through the motions. If he or she does not care or produces an inferior espresso, then Starbucks would have lost the essence, the core essence that they set out 40 years ago with. It was to inspire human spirit. Now, in that training video for retraining the baristas, remember, coming from the CEO, Howard Schultz himself told in that video, if you as a barista feel that this espresso shot is not good enough, I give you the right to throw it away and redo it. Just imagine the kind of empowerment that it would have given to that barista, and the confidence that the customer would have that I am getting that one perfect cup of coffee. His focus on customer experience is something I have never witnessed before. It reaches insane levels. I'll give you 3 instances to prove this. First, they had installed new coffee machines that were just a little too tall. They were more efficient but tall. So that had created an unforeseen barrier between the customer and the barista. So the customer could not really look at the barista making his or her coffee, and it also kept the barista from engaging the customer in that conversation that had enchanted Howard in Milan. Second, Starbucks had also started roasting larger batches of coffee first and then sort of giving it out to the customer. So he says that we had achieved a fresh, roasted, bagged coffee, but at what cost? The loss of aroma. So he says if coffee and people are our core, the overall experience is the soul of the business. Third, sandwiches, hot sandwiches. So Howard had banned hot sandwiches in Starbucks. Here's the reason. So when you heat a sandwich in the oven or the microwave, some part of it is melted and it sort of drops into the oven. When the oven is reheated again and again, this cheese burns, and the smell of burnt cheese overshadows the aroma of freshly brewed coffee. So aroma was the king, was the soul of the Starbucks experience. He banned hot sandwiches. The merchant's success depends upon his or her ability to tell a story. What people see or hear or smell or do when they enter a space, it guides their feelings, enticing them to celebrate whatever the seller has to offer. These are the cues on which all good retail stores are designed. So was Starbucks. He says to protect and preserve your core customers. So the cost of losing your customers and trying to get them back during a down economy is much higher than the cost of investing in them and trying to keep them. Now let's talk about importance of supply chain for Starbucks. He says that depending upon weather conditions, the orders varied. A humid day in Chicago would mean that the store could run out of non-fat milk by midday, and rainy week equaled inventory overstock. So every time a barista had to tell a customer, sorry, we are out of vanilla syrup, or we didn't receive our banana shipment and so I can't make your Vivano, the fragile trust between Starbucks and its partners, the baristas, and the trust between Starbucks and its customers, it got fractured. The next point is about how lean thinking helped the service environment. So he says that we were spending too much time fixing moments but not solving the real problems. So he takes an example of a dirty floor. He said that we could mop a dirty floor again and again. It takes a barista's time. But ensuring or fixing how the floor does not get dirty in the first place, that is how we eliminate problems for the long term. So supply chain and operations are key to solving any business at scale, be it getting the right product at the right time at the right place, or ensuring that one glitch in that store is rectified for the longer term. So board of directors play a crucial role in any organization. They asked Howard to make a plan B of cutting costs to the tune of about $400 million and then asking them to execute that plan as plan A. So board of directors do not exist to manage companies. Rather, they make sure that companies are managed well. Here's something in Howard's word on instant coffee. A universally sour, watery and simply undrinkable liquid made from a combination of Arabica and Robusta beans. How can it even smell or taste remotely like Starbucks rich dark roast? And guess what? Starbucks itself came with instant coffee. This shows that innovation and learning to conflicting thoughts is an amazing leadership trait. A core capacity of leadership is the ability to make right decisions while flying blind, basing them on knowledge, wisdom, and the ability to stay wedded to an overriding goal. So here are some commandments from the Starbucks story. Grow with discipline, balance intuition with rigor, innovate around the core, don't embrace the status quo, find new ways to see, never expect a silver bullet, get your hands dirty in the business, listen with empathy and over communicate with transparency, tell your story, refusing to let others define you, see authentic experiences and use them to inspire, stick to your values, they are your foundation, hold people accountable but give them the tools to succeed, make tough choices, it's how you execute that counts. Be decisive in times of crisis, be nimble, find truth in trials and lessons in mistakes, be responsible for what you see, hear and do, and last, believe. So to close, what matters is that we look for answers to the problems that are in front of us and are curious about the things that we do not see, and look for words to get better, smarter, more efficient, and push for reinvention and reinnovation. Cheers.